Henry Burris. Birthplace, Spiro, Oklahoma. More Henry Burris, 52 of 66, the best Chicago Bears quarterbacks of all time. 77 of 84, the most overlooked quarterbacks of all time. Henry Adams. Birthplace, Boston, Massachusetts. Henry Roman III of England. Birthplace, Winchester Castle, United Kingdom. More Henry Roman III of England, 1135 of 2443, the most influential people of all time. 7 of 14, what the most famous royals looked like when they were alive. 24 of 28 years, what famous historical figures really looked like. Henry I of England. Birthplace, Selby, United Kingdom. Henry Cavendish. Birthplace, Nice, France. More Henry Cavendish, 562 of 1355, the greatest minds of all time. 14 of 1616, famous people who probably died as virgins. Henry Paulson. Birthplace, Palm Beach, Florida, United States of America. Henry Kravis. Birthplace, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Henry Cabot Lodge. Birthplace, Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Henry Vestine. Birthplace, Tacoma Park, Maryland. Henry Waxman. Birthplace, Los Angeles, California, USA. Henry Silva. Birthplace, New York City, New York, United States of America. Henry Vaughan. Birthplace, Brecknockshire, United Kingdom. More Henry Vaughan, 42 of 111, the best English poets of all time. 275 of 369, the greatest poets of all time. Henry L. Stimson. Birthplace, New York City, New York, United States of America. More Henry L. Stimson, 69 of 302, the most influential politicians in American history. 177 of 432, the most important leaders in youth history. 28 of 68, the best former U.S. Secretaries of State of all time. Henry Speight. Birthplace, Suva, Fiji. Henry VIII of England. Birthplace, Windsor Castle, Windsor, United Kingdom. More Henry VIII of England, 13 of 15. These are all the ghosts and ghouls haunting the Tower of London. 15 of 18 historical leaders who were conned by their closest advisors. Henry Maske. Birthplace, Teuenbrietzen, Germany. More Henry Maske, 455 of 1816, the best athletes of all time. 193 of 207, the best boxers of the 20th century. 148 of 190, the toughest professional fighters in history. Henry Liu. Henry Czerny. Birthplace, Toronto, Canada. Henry Cejudo. Birthplace, Colorado Springs, Colorado. More Henry Cejudo, 37 of 145, the greatest MMA legends of all time. 7 of 48, the best UFC fighters in the octagon today. 8 of 44, the best UFC fighters who walked away from the octagon. Henry Thomas. Birthplace, Houston, Texas. More Henry Thomas, 10-20 of 1323, the best football players ever. 418 of 432, the greatest defenders, NFL history. 120 of 146, the best LSU football players of all time. Henry Samueli. Birthplace, Buffalo, New York. Henry Dunant. Birthplace, Geneva, Switzerland. Henry Hill. Birthplace, Brownsville, New York City, New York, United States of America. More one of 35 famous people in the Witness Protection Program. 48 of 84 celebrities who have been charged with domestic abuse. 5 of 13 infamous snitches who avoided life in prison. Henry Roman, VII of England. Birthplace, Pembroke Castle, Pembroke, United Kingdom. More Henry Roman, VII of England. 145 of 410, the most important military leaders in world history. 53 of 124 famous people buried at Westminster Abbey. Henry A. Wallace. Birthplace, Orient Township, Iowa, United States of America. More Henry A. Wallace, 11 of 46, the greatest youth vice presidents of all time. 17 of 18, the most useless U.S. vice presidents. Henry V of England. Birthplace, Monmouth Castle, United Kingdom. More 134, 2443, the most influential people of all time. 78 of 410, the most important military leaders in world history. 10 of 13, the most inspiring leadership moments and decisions in history. Henry Cowell. Birthplace, Menlo Park, California. More Henry Cowell, 13 of 85, the best experimental classical music groups / artists. 7 of 9, the best aleatoric composers. 381 of 929 famous classical pianists. Henry Miller. Birthplace, Yorkville, New York City, New York. Henry Cooper. Birthplace, England, London. More Henry Cooper, 109 of 178, the best boxers of all time. 163 of 207, the best boxers of the 20th century. 29 of 100, the best heavyweight boxers of all time. Henry Mancini. Birthplace, Little Italy, Cleveland, Ohio, United States of America. More Henry Mancini, 545 of 1355, the greatest minds of all time. 126 of 525, which artist would you bring back from the dead to write one more song? 305 of 1891, the greatest musical artists of all time. Henry James. Birthplace, New York City, New York. More Henry James, the best. Henry James quotes 86 of 250, the best gay authors. Henry Thomas. Birthplace, San Antonio, Texas, USA more Henry Thomas 7 of 12 actors from the 80s who were supposed to be the next big thing, but never quite made it. 118 of 191. The greatest child stars who are still acting. One of 13 child actors you didn't realize are still acting as adults. Henry Purcell. Birthplace, Westminster, London, United Kingdom. More Henry Purcell 53 of 368. The best classical composers. 83 of 152. The greatest musicians who died before 40. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Birthplace, Portland, Maine. More Henry Wadsworth Longfellow 217 of 1172. The best writers of all time. 65 of 342. The greatest American writers of all time. 17 of 118. The best American poets. Henry Lee Lucas. Birthplace, Blacksburg, Virginia, United States of America. More Henry Lee Lucas 80 of 130. Famous American serial killers. 18 of 61. The scariest serial killers in history. 8 of 12. Serial killers describe what it feels like to kill. Henry Jordan. Birthplace, Virginia. More Henry Jordan 1251 of 1323. The best football players ever. 49 of 83. The greatest defensive tackles of all time. 321 of 432. The greatest defenders in NFL history. Henry Gibson. Birthplace, Germantown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. More Henry Gibson 94 of 115. The best short actors. 999 of 1883. The greatest actors and actresses in entertainment history. 10 of 38 actors in the most Robert Altman movies. Henry Clay. Birthplace, Virginia, USA. More Henry Clay 23 of 302. The most influential politicians in American history. 13 of 68. The best former U.S. Secretaries of State of all time. Henry Armstrong. Birthplace, Columbus, Mississippi. More Henry Armstrong 1811 of 1816. The best athletes of all time. 6 of 49. The best welterweight boxers of all time. Henry Ian Cusick. Birthplace, Trujillo, Peru. More Henry Ian Cusick 28 of 31. The best Scottish actors working today. 12 of 15. Here's how much the cast of Lost aged throughout the series. Henry Roman 8 of England. Birthplace, Eurasia, Greenwich, United Kingdom, London, England. More Henry Roman 8 of England. Why did Henry Roman 8 change the law just to execute Jane Boleyn? All of Henry Roman 8's closest associates and how he had them killed. 253 of 347. The most important leaders in world history. Henry Rollins. Birthplace, Washington, D. United States of America. More Henry Rollins 18 of 55. Straight-edge celebrities. 322 of 603. The best rock vocalists. 1017 of 1728. The best rock bands of all time. Henry Selick. Birthplace, Glen Ridge, New Jersey. Henry Fonda. Birthplace, Grand Island, Nebraska, United States of America. More Henry Fonda 52 of 163. The greatest Western movie stars 12 of 23 people who won Oscars for the wrong film. Henry Golding. Or Henry Golding, 73 of 188, the hottest men of 2021. Ranked 162 of 242, the hottest men of 2019. Ranked 16 of 54, the best Asian actors and actresses under 40. Henry Kissinger. Birthplace: Fürth, Germany. More Henry Kissinger, 4 of 904. Celebrity death: Pool 2021. 22 of 107 famous politicians you'd want to have a beer with. Henry David Thoreau. Birthplace: Concord, Massachusetts. Henry Ford. Birthplace: Greenfield Township. History: Henry Winkler. Birthplace: Manhattan, New York City, New York, United States of America. More Henry Winkler, 193 of 310, the coolest actors ever. 32 of 269, the most trustworthy celebrities in the world. 118 of 339, the funniest people of all time. Henry Cavill. Birthplace: Jersey, United Kingdom, with dependencies and territories. More Henry Cavill ways. Henry Cavill bewitched the internet's heart. 166 of 264, the best male actors working today. 680 of 17, the best actors in film history.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.